Alright guys, so in this video we're going to go through the best supplements for muscle growth and recovery, and these are all the ones I've used, tried and tested, so you don't have to. Before we jump into it, remember, if you enjoy the channel and you want to see more, drop a subscribe, it means a lot. First of all, we're going to cover creatine. Obviously, as you can see on there, there's a few different styles and different brands. These are the ones I've used, so I'm only going to comment on the ones I've used, as that's only information I can go off. I can't give you too much review on other products because I haven't used them, so it wouldn't be fair. So obviously the function of creatine is to help produce energy during heavy lifts, and this in turn obviously means you can lift heavier and build more muscle. So many people think that this is just for men. Men and women can take this and should take this, and this is just some of the benefits why. So obviously, like we said, it will increase your strength and your power in the gym, and that in turn means you can lift heavier. It also supports muscle growth, and like we've already said, you already know this, the heavier you lift, the more muscle you're going to grow. But the ones that people overlook with this is that it helps you recover between sets and sessions. So creatine will help you recover quicker, meaning you can perform more volume throughout your week and obviously lift better quality sets throughout your week's training. Other studies that are coming out are saying that there's a lot of benefits to your mental and your brain functions, so that's also a positive for creatine as well. So the prices of creatine, as you can see, the one in the middle, the Impact Creatine, this is just the white powder. It's the cheapest form, however probably not the nicest form to take. However, that's the one I'm using at the minute because I'm happy to take the powder, just sweat it down with a bit of water, nice and easy, and as you can see on screen, it's the cheapest at £10. I have tried the creatine tablets as well. These are quite good, but you have to take 5 of these big tablets every single day, and I think for £20 you'll get something like 250 tablets, so they will last you a long time, and they are still relatively cheap because of how long they'll last you. But do you really want to take 5 massive tablets a day? I didn't, so that's why I've moved to the powder. And the one on the left, some creatine gummies for £18. These will last you about a month, and obviously with all the recent controversy coming out, this brand has rebranded, and I think they do now have creatine in their gummies, but before, when I took them, they didn't actually have creatine in them. As a long story, but if you want to see that, check James Smith's video on creatine gummies and that'll all be explained. But I probably would stay away from them. Just get a brand that you know that you can trust it, something like My Protein, and you won't go far wrong with that. So on to the next one, whey protein. So as you can see on screen, like I said before, these are the ones I'm reviewing, the ones I've tried, so I can only comment on them. So the function of whey protein is just a convenient way to hit your daily protein needs. Like I stressed before, it is important to make sure you're hitting your daily protein goals. You don't need to be spacing them out, so they're not that useful for that. But if you've had a busy day or you haven't really been dialed in on your nutrition that day, it is a really easy, convenient way just to bump up your protein and make sure you're hitting those goals. So the benefits, obviously, like all of these supplements are, they support muscle growth and recovery, which is perfect. Benefits of creatine powder over just benefits over the protein powder. Obviously, they're way easier to digest and more convenient for you, rather than cooking some chicken or some steaks or whatever. So really convenient, really easy to digest, and obviously, like I said on screen, find a brand that suits you. You might not like every brand, and that's fine because everyone has different preferences. So find something that you like, that you can enjoy, that fits your macros and fits your calories, and that's perfect. Obviously, it helps you hit your daily protein target, which is 2 grams per kilogram of your body weight. This is massive if you are busy or you struggle with your nutrition. Protein shakes are just essential for you. So on to the prices. Obviously, like the previous one, the one in the middle is the cheaper one. However, the price of that, I think, is a little less than the one on the left. So I think, if we're being fair, I think that's a 500 gram at £15, where the one on the left is 900 grams for £40. So there's hardly anything in the price. And if I'm honest, I really do prefer the March On powder. Mixes nicer, tastes nicer. I've only actually used the vanilla one, so I can't comment on the other flavours, but the vanilla that I had was perfect. The clear whey protein is really, really nice, and they do some really nice flavours. However, it is a little bit too expensive for me. It's £60 at that price, and it probably lasts a month. Obviously, I've rounded that up to be fair in the comparisons of the price, but I think a tub to last you just under a month is 30 quid, and I just found was a bit expensive for what you're getting. But if you don't really like the milk or having sort of a milkshake, then clear whey is the way to go for you, because just tastes like you're drinking some squash or some juice, and it's perfect. Lastly, onto electrolytes. These are becoming more and more popular right now, but if I'm honest, they are really good, and these are just some of the reasons why I've used them and why I think they've helped me. Obviously, for weightlifting, these aren't going to do you a massive favour. You don't actually sweat a lot through lifting weights. Like, yeah, you do sweat a bit and you do work up a bit of a sweat, but you're not sweating excess out, which means you need to replenish with some electrolytes. However, they are really good if you want to rehydrate yourself in the morning, if you work out in the morning, or if you're rubbish at getting in your water and hydrating yourself throughout the day. These can be a little cheat code. So I think they are better for you before you work out than after, but we'll get into some of the benefits. So the benefits of electrolyte: better performance in training. Like I said, if you're fully hydrated, you're going to be ready to give it your all in the gym, and this can lead to better sessions and obviously more muscle growth. It reduces cramps during intense sessions. So these aren't so much for your weight sessions, but if you do like doing a lot of cardio outside of this, then these are perfect to make sure you are going to last the duration of your workout without getting cramps or feeling fatigue. Supports hydration if sweating heavily. So if you are someone who sweats loads in the gym, or maybe you work out in a hot environment and you are going to sweat a lot, these are perfect for replenishing that nice and quick after you work out, which can help your recovery as well. So prices, these are really cheap for a supplement. I mean, these tablets will last you about a month, maybe a little less, just depends on how much you're buying, but for £5 to £4, you can't go wrong. So many different flavours, so many options, so if you're fussy, and plus, what I like to do is just keep mixing them up throughout the time, so you don't get bored on it. Like I said before, I do really love my vanilla milkshakes, and I just love them that much that I don't think I will ever get bored. However, stuff like this, if you drink them every morning, you might get a bit bored, so there's so many different flavours to mix up the options. So just to round it up, do you really need supplements? Supplements are meant to aid your training on top of your nutrition. They don't replace a good diet and a training plan. So make sure you dial in your training and your nutrition first, and then add these supplements on top to make sure they can help you perform better in the gym and recover better. So don't just fall for this overhyped stuff. Stick to what works and stick to the fundamentals behind these all. Don't fall for any magic supplement that's going to help you do this and do that, because they aren't. And that's all for this video. Like I always end the videos, it would mean the world to me if you can subscribe or drop a like on the video. It just helps me reach more people, and obviously in turn means I can help more people. Like I said, all my links for coaching, free resources like calorie calculators, fat loss, muscle building guides are all in the description below. So if you do want one of them to help you out, then go down and find them, and I'll see you in the next one.